Indeed. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the adventures of Stuff with a Stick. Actually, no, it's Legacy of Time. Whatever. Same difference. There's a fancy thing. Ooh. Looks like a Venn diagram. Kinda. Well, they look familiar. The Cerulans. Oh, man.
Cerulans. They look like they mean business.
What are those things anyway? It's like some kind of weird jellyfish thing that's kind of hovering.
Gage, if we don't leave now, the master of the flying guillotine will finish us in a split second.
It's all sparkly. Ooh. Gasp. Ah!
We've got her.
Okay.
Computing her position now. According to these coordinates, Agent 3 is hiding 14 days before your present time on a different planet. Possibly Jupiter or Saturn.
Temporal mechanics give me a headache,
now.
As O'Brien said.
Anything, Gage.
La la la.
Now you know that aliens destroyed Atlantis, Shangri-La, and El Dorado.
Yeah.
Imagine how history would have been different if those cities were spared. The TSA must know of our discovery. With the last timepiece, you should have the coordinates for my position.
Blah.
I will be waiting.
I made a bird with twisting a rubber band in my hands. I am proud of myself. Whatever. How does he see through that anyway? He looks very silly. He's like, the?
Gage, I didn't think the TSA would send you. How can you ignore what I've shown you? Think of your duty to history.
What would you know about duty? You're coming with me now.
Wait, before you arrest me.
She's a jerk
There's someone
face.
who may convince you further.
She was the main antagonist, kinda, in
my final
previous
moments.
game. And he was the antagonist in the first game.
My lab, my life.
Dr. Sinclair, I saw you in the past. Fleeing the destruction of Atlantis. What were you doing there?
Atlantis. You saw its destruction.
So that's what that place was.
That the most beautiful city in history was destroyed by our benevolent protectors.
Yes. I saw it all, Elliot. But why did the Cerulans attack? They're our allies.
There's his Brooklyn accent again.
They
What's with that?
raised
It's
it.
kind of on and off.
It was an unrelenting fire.
Brooklyn Rage?
When the Cerulans came back 10 years ago, I tried
Bad Little Karibo
to
reference?
warn Earth, and nobody would listen. And I was imprisoned by you for my foresight.
I need to know more.
It
Who were
helps
the
to
Cerulans
play the
fighting?
previous
ago.
games.
I believed in higher powers. I took it as my purpose to heal and shepherd the world. But the world turned its back on me. And this is my reward for a lifetime of faith.
Now I believe in angsting!
Goodbye, Agent Blackwood.
Elliot.
Why is he so broken up over this guy who caused so much trouble in the first game? I don't know. Whatever. I'm gonna stop talking because I'm not making sense! Woohoo! So you can transport someone just by touching them? How do you distinguish?
Can anyone around here follow orders? William, the chameleon prototype was top secret.
I have a beard!
Deep as Gage's. imagine the trouble you've caused us. Lock her up! I should throw you in with Agent 3 for insubordination. But the truth is, I need you. We're in the middle of a crisis. The Breaker Quadrant was attacked only hours ago.
What? There hasn't been an attack on the symbiote in decades. Do we know who?
We haven't been able to identify the ships. They smashed
Hey, look,
our
it's the
frontier
Nautilus
outpost.
ship.
They're on an intercept course for Earth.
Blah.
Cerolans have cautioned us to ready our planetary defenses, and are here to offer their support and counsel.
Gage Blackwood, I am Gisela, the Cerolan ambassador to Earth. In this time of crisis, we have come to ask you for
Those
your
same
aid.
ships have been on Earth before. They were fighting your people, Ambassador.
Blah, blah,
Gage,
blah.
tell them what you saw.
How is she still here? Get her out of my sight!
Agent 3 is right.
That's a good question.
While I was in the past, I saw a craft similar to that one battling Cerolan ships.
Oh, snap.
I was in Atlantis, Ambassador. I know what your race did.
What the hell are you talking about, Gage?
Be calm, Commissioner Baldwin. My government has...
That's a
never
weird-looking
permitted you to do
hand.
this. In your distant past,
like-
we defended your planet against a savage race, the Quothalas. When my race was young, an elder race called the Sosequi had already passed. They
I am a
left
fish
only
face.
whispered legends of their legacy.
Kinda.
A relic that
I don't even know what their
contained their
faces
vast
look
knowledge.
like.
A trail of legends led us to Earth, and it was
The other
at Atlantis
the other
that we
Cyril
met
just
the
kind of looks
Quothalas.
bored. He's like, blah, blah, blah.
Afterwards of peace failed. We both fought with a frightening passion for our birthright.
Oh, I'm talking over the plot,
When one
aren't
of the
I?
Quothalas
Sorry.
ships landed near the temple, we had no choice but to destroy the city. We still believe that action saved your world and many others.
Your quest for the legacy has resulted in the destruction of 3 civilizations from our
The
history.
Quothalas were butchers. We saved your Earth from enslavement.
Oh, be quiet, you.
After the
Go back to
destruction
looking
of
bored.
Atlantis, we battled the Quothalas hordes for centuries. Twice more during your history, the legacy's influence resurfaced in the form of 2 highly advanced human cultures. Sadly, each of the cities were destroyed in brutal battles. After the 3rd city fell, we were able to crush the Quothalas. We assumed they were gone forever.
They're like Vulcans, except not as
From
cool.
deep space.
Earth. You must turn over the legacy and time travel technology, the birthright of the Quothalas.
My face looks like a butt.
There will be dire consequences.
They're like the Klingons, except they're also not as
The
cool.
situation is desperate. The symbiotic defense fleet is scattered, and the Quothalas Armada more formidable than ever. That is why we have come here. With the legacy, we may be able to stop the Quothalas. Without it, the symbiotic might not be able to protect Earth this time.
They're like humans, except wait, no, they are.
Time
Never
travel
mind.
Technology. You're asking us to go back to the cities before their destruction to search for this legacy.
Let me go back, Commissioner. I've been to the cities. I can find this legacy. At the very least, I will give the Earth a bargaining chip with the Quothalas.
You wouldn't even know where to start looking.
In each of the cities, the attacks seem concentrated over the central temples.
So he's
The legacy
basically
may be
completely
hidden.
forgotten about being annoyed at Gage
Doesn't
for
look as though we have much of a
stealing the
choice.
thingy. I don't know.
But this is going to happen our way, Ambassador. This will be an Earth investigation.
Blah.
The Earth government will be made aware of everything you've disclosed.
My government should not have kept this from you for so long. I hope this will not hurt the kinship between Cyril and Earth.
You kidding?
Very well, Gage. I'm sending you on a mission to search for this legacy.
William, program 3 jump coordinates to each of the 3 cities approximately 1 day before they will be destroyed.
They should be
He's a
uploading
cool
to your suit
guy.
in a moment.
How will I know this legacy when I see it?
All of the Cerolan legends describing the legacy are vague. This pendant is an ancient Sosequi relic that our archaeologists discovered on another planet.
Looks like some kind of thing from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Sosequi marking that represents their legacy.
Except without the eye
True
thing.
legacy might also bear this mark. Good fortune, Agent Blackwood.
Stuff time! Woohoo! After roughly 10 minutes of cutscenes. Aw, yeah.
Meanwhile, back at the Batcave,
I'm the goddamn Batman! Except not really!
Gage, tell me honestly, you're really the only guy that works here, right?
What about that other dude? Oh wait, I don't have him. I don't know.
Well, here we go, Gage.
Whee!
We need to find the 3 pieces of the Sosequi legacy. The time coordinates are in your menu. Choose one and we'll be on our way.
Ooh, shiny things. Whee! Ooh, more shiny. Ooh, ow. Bright. Oh, what are you saying?
Bright light, bright light.
Ah, that's cool. So there is usefulness in looking around. Blah. Okay, I'm done. Where's to start? Let's start in Atlantis, because it's probably the easiest of the 3. I'll save the most difficult for last. Whoa. Hello. That was an audio glitch. That will happen from time to time. It's kind of annoying. Idea!
Look to the center of the city. That's the intact temple that the Sorolans obliterated into flaky temple dandruff. The layout of the city seems to radiate around it, as if it dominated every aspect of their culture.
Oh, there it is.
Sounds like a good place to start.
Whee! So, where do I go? Ooh, stuff. Oh, there we go.
What an incredible city. Quite a difference from the aquarium we saw on our last visit. Judging from the caldera crescent shape of this island, I would gather that it was once...
What was he gonna say?
If Agent 3 was right, and this really was Atlantis, then it surpassed even the most fantastic legends of its existence.
Yeah, so basically Atlantis, El Dorado, and Shangri-La are the 3 that we go to.
The inhabitants of the city were ingenious. See the series of concentric seawalls? It looks like they built a canal and a lock system to control the water level within the city. They've drained out the crater to expose more usable land. But if they're retaining land, why did they keep the water level high in the center?
There we go.
That door might be a trap. Door.
It's a trap! Door! Ah! Ow! Why is it doing that?
We have a lot of ground to cover, so if you get stuck, we can always time jump to another environment. Don't fret. I'll log the precise coordinates so when you choose to return, we'll appear exactly on the spot where we left.
What?
My gut instinct tells me those gears normally don't belong on the floor. I'm no engine mechanic, but where there's a gear, there's a... well, another gear.
Flying gears! Okay. There we go. Okay, over here. This way. Walk this way. Ooh, what's up?
Figuring out what all these gears do will be like looking for a needle in a place where you wouldn't normally find needles, like a balloon factory, or a bakery, or a cheese shop. Can I start this over?
I want to go to a bakery.
Pull the first lever. I need a lever that won't drive me crazy.
What?
Gage, those gears look like they belong with the pegs in the floor.
Why, yes, they do. They go all shiny when I hold them over it. Now we use a stick on it! No, just kidding. I'm way too obsessed with that stick. Whee! Oh.
Few more turns, Gage. Heave! Put your back into it, laddie.
What?
Another trapdoor. Looks like the only exit. Unless you want to jump out the window. I think this lever controls a clutch mechanism for the windmill. When you pull the lever, those snail-shaped wheels lift that toothed cylinder up the shaft and meshing it from that wooden gear on the floor. I'd say it's disengaging the sail assembly from the main drive shaft so the sails spin freely. I guess you didn't get that issue of Popular Windmills.
Does that mean it's like a giant car? Except not really. I'm bad at commentary. I'ma shut up. Yes, there is a point to this, I promise. I promise. There's a point to all this. There is. Really, there is. There we go. I think that's it. Yes.
There's the broken windmill spar. Now that we have it aligned, we should be able to walk out onto it.
Ooh.
I'm not fond of proposing dangerous plans, but if you turned around and pulled the lever, the clutch would disengage and the windmill would turn. Then the blade would carry us close enough to jump onto the wall. I take what I said back. I love proposing dangerous plans.
I forget what's in the trapdoor. I'm gonna check.
Jump when you were just about to pass over the wall. But first, could you sign this waiver that says this whole jumping thing was your idea?
Yeah, I just want to see what's in the trapdoor first. I'm curious. What?
I want you to watch the spiraling staircase. You're getting sleepy. Now repeat after me. Arthur is always right. I owe it all to Arthur. Gage is a Whoa, stop, Gage. That must be the keeper of the windmill. Since you don't have any Atlantean guises in your chameleon database, it might be wise to meet him later. Let's find another way around. Okay, our mission is to
that's
find
why
this
I can't
legacy,
go this way.
Let's start making our way toward that central temple. Since the windmill keeper is down below, our exit options are limited, but I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Yeah. Ow, what? That's the billionth time. This actually the third time, but that's way more than I usually get, those audio glitches. Ow. I'm gonna have to look into that. What?
While on the roof, I saw that one of the sails was missing. If we start the windmill and align the broken sail with the window in this room,
like
you can use
this?
it to walk to that nearby wall outside. Well, it's a long shot, but you're a man of action and unbridled machismo.
Machismo. Whee! Whee! Without being hit on the head by sails. Awesome sauce.
The first description of Atlantis in literature was from Plato, in a series of discussions from his works Timaeus and Critias.
Whee!
According to Plato, Atlantis was a utopia that existed somewhere in the Western Ocean. It was never known whether Plato was actually describing the fabled lost continent or fabricating an elaborate concept to help prove an argument, as he was known to do. We shouldn't stand here for too long. From up here, we're likely to be seen. Oh, hi down there.
I am walking into a wall. Blah.
Just a couple of windmill repairmen doing their job. Gage, quick, show me your butt crack.
What?
We should find a guys quickly before we really are spotted.
Okay, where do I... Oh, yeah.
Go on, Gage. Take a flying leap. There's not much action up here.
Basically, just hop onto that.
They heard me say this, but let's get down to those docks. It feels so cheap. If you can jump over to the crane, we could climb it all the way down to the docks. From our little perch, I'd say we have a couple of options. We can shimmy on down to the docks, or we can walk to the other side of this crane and climb down onto the mast of that dock ship.
Yeah.
Remember, don't look down. I told you not to look down. Now you better use the umbrella.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna keep going where the arrows tell me to go. It's what I do. Oh boy. What?
The writings on the sail on the back of that dock boat tell me it's Egyptian. Let's see, I think it reads, "My other ship is a barge?"
Interesting. Arthur. Interesting information as usual. Kinda. Alright, I don't know what I'm doing. I forget this part. What do you say, arrows? Where do I go now? Oh, why are the arrows not being useful? Arrows? Oh, they're the arrows. They are helpful now. Woohoo! A conveniently placed rope ladder type thingamathing. Oh boy. Why did you stop halfway down? Gage, you silly face. Blah. It seems that arrows have randomly appeared across my screen. It's like there's one over here and one over here, and I just made them disappear. I rhymed! I am magical.
Those large earthenware containers strewn about the docks are called pithoi. Bronze Age Mediterranean cultures used them to hold liquids like oil and wine. When full, they would be incredibly heavy, which is why I assume they have the loading crane. And when you need a crane to unload your booze, it's time to admit you have a problem.
Wow.
Many huge terracotta pots like this pithoi are uncovered in the excavation of Knossos, the Minoan capital on Crete. Many of them ranged up to 9 feet tall and 6 feet in diameter. It's amazing they could turn pots that large, let alone fire them. All those handles were to distribute the weight over multiple ropes when they moved them. That voice sounds like it's coming from around the corner. If the person really is
coins for a blind beggar.
We could talk with him and capture his guys without worrying about being seen.
He's an interesting character.
I'm fairly certain that the dock ship is of Egyptian make. What would it be doing here so far from home?
It's a person! Woohoo!
Coins for a blind beggar.
Indeed. See, we actually get to talk to people, aside from the people in the time and place thing.
A few coins for a blind old beggar.
Sorry, don't have any. Derp.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
Nasty weather? I'm sorry,
Oh, dang, I cut him off.
Really? I could have sworn I felt a star moving in. Well then, in that case, I think I'll stay here and get some rest.
Yeah, there's interesting stuff with that.
A few coins for a blind old beggar.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, I can't help you.
Looks like nasty weather.
Yes, sure.
It seems so, yes.
Well, a hurricane just passed through.
Well,
in
then
real life.
Perhaps you had better move indoors. You would not want to be caught in the rain.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where is there? Heard the flute music over that away. That away being a place. I was totally not pointing in real life. Nope. I totally wasn't. Derp a derp derp derp. This flute music. Ooh, another guy's.
It almost looks like he's waiting for a passenger. Maybe the guy is some sort of ferryman. If a boat would take us pretty far in this one seahorse town, maybe we should ask him to take us somewhere.
Maybe.
That's not how Halloween works, George. You have to put on a costume, then you go ask for candy.
And this.
Try donning one of the guises in the chameleon image database before speaking to someone from the past.
And if you disguise as the person that you're trying to approach, you also can't go.
Can you imagine how that person would react if an exact mirror image walked up and said, "Hi"? Well, I guess you can. Anyway, most people would not handle it as well as you did. Let's choose a different guise to interact with that person.
That note of "I guess you can" was referring to the previous game, in which Gage was approached by Gage from the future. Interesting stuff. I think I'll end after this.
No, not this time. Look, I have to make a living too, you know. Try your luck with someone else.
Nah.
There are no other ferrymen at this dock.
Well then, I guess you'll just have to wait for one.
You're a jerk face. I don't like you. Yeah, so you need another guise before you can keep going with this, and there is just the place to get one. I'm just gonna skip through. Da 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 da. Onto the boat. Blah. It's a thing. 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 It's a thing.
Blackwood, mildly terrible, but still writes his mom. Strike ye colors and prepare.
It's a fancy stick.
Captain's log, stardate 1262 BC.
What?
On a routine expedition, we've stumbled upon a strange Atlantean vessel with no crew. I'm hoping to rescue a naive alien mermaid shackled within the brig of this ship.
Sounds actually kind of sort of like what Kirk would say. Nice.
Hey, I'm always good for a gaff.
What?
What's a gap, you ask?
Oh.
According to the Book of Webster, chapter 5, verse 4, a spear or pole topped with a curved hook.
Like this.
In my dictionary, it's a useful thing to have in one's inventory.
It's a thing. It's like my stick, except fancier. I like my stick, though. This wooden staff is a simple but effective bludgeoning weapon cut from a tree limb and roughly shaped. So it's a weapon? No, it's not. It's a stick! Okay. Onward to stuff. Oh, hey, look, there's a person.
Yes?
Yes?
A few coins for a blind old beggar?
All right.
Your hair is made of yarn. At least that's what it looks like.
Is there not something you wish to say?
Derp derp. No thanks, bye.
No.
No.
No, that's not... That is to say...
Lol. 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 I'm a jerk
You are not
face.
whom I was expecting.
I'm a jerk face.
Very well then.
Do 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 do.
He's a cagey fellow, but I guess being locked up will do that. Still, he seems to be waiting for someone in particular.
What now?
What now? Bleh. Oh.
I must go now.
Very well then.
Hello, goodbye. Huh.
Where's your mop? You can't change your chameleon guise directly in front of someone.
Lame. Okay. I'm gonna see what happens if I walk up to him as the ferryman. I don't think I tried that last time I played through. Egyptian indeed. Or so it seems.
Do not frown upon me with those eyes. If we were in my country, it is you who would be the prisoner.
Do not frown upon me with your eyes. Blah.
So, what country are you from?
I hail from the proud and strong land of Egypt. The land of pharaohs.
Why do I keep thinking of Yu-Gi-Oh! In this episode?
Why are you tied up?
You ask me? It was your ship that attacked, unprovoked, and brought us here. My choice. We would be far from this miserable little island by now.
Wow, I sure look good, huh? Wow, that's kind of ick.
I can see that you don't want to be disturbed.
Terrible outfit.
I'll go now.
Praise Osiris! Some peace at last.
You're a jerk face. I don't like you. Nah. I'm looking at a pool!
Fluffy, what kind of cruise ship is this? No skipper, no Marianne, no professor? Probably no shuffleboard or holes in the hull.
Totally did not just drop my headset. Oh, he's talking. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I dropped my headset. Wait, no, I didn't. Lol. You're hearing things. Where's the arrows? Where are the arrows? Oh, God. What's going on? Ah, there we go. Lol. Oh, yeah. That's right. I have to change back into this dude. Oh, hey. It's been, like, a while. By hitting the spacebar, I can turn around. That's so cool. Alright, guys. See you next time. Goodbye. Alright, that's enough. Oh, God. It's never gonna end. See you guys next time.